My number is 300, and this is my story. I was brought to the U.S. A year and a half. Well, it was a year and a half, and I turned 2 here. And I went to school here, and basically feel American because I've been here my whole life. Um, I didn't know about my documented status till I was in high school about to graduate because I was gonna apply to college, and um, I didn't like I applied to college, and after that I didn't know how I was gonna pay for school. So I went to the career center, and they told me, "Oh, this is a big pack of scholarships," and I didn't know what to do. So and then I started talking to other people, and they say, "Oh, well, university is gonna be really expensive. It's better for you to go community college and then transfer." So that's what I did. And now I'm finished with my school, I guess, and then I'm gonna transfer this fall, and I'm happy about that. But being documented has been hard because there's a lot of obstacles coming to school, family problems, not being able to travel, see your family outside the country. I have a lot of like family debts, and we couldn't travel to go see them, and that was hard. And I don't want to be the typical Mexican. I said, just dropping out of school, and not graduating. I want to get a PhD, and I know I am. So I could help children, foster children, have a better life in their childhood, because I know that affects like your whole life. And
If ask you about what it feels like to be an undocumented student, a lot of people would say that being a student at a college in the United States give you a place in society, but then to take yourself away from that, you're also undocumented. Can you explain or detail what it feels like to be living in that dichotomy, those two different things, when you have to go home and realize, oh, I am undocumented? Can you explain what that must feel like?
it's hard because when I go to school, I'm with my classmates, everything's normal. But then when I go back home, like, okay, I have to study for this. Sometimes, like, I get angry because, like, I have to study all this much, and then I'm like, well, when I graduate, I'm gonna be able to work. So that's hard.
Can you tell me about, or explain like the moment that you realized that you were undocumented when you're applying for, and when it like really hit you, like what it felt like for you? Like, can you explain like the emotions that you were feeling at that time and what?
I was in high school when everyone was getting their driver license, and then I was like, wait, everyone's driving and I'm not. So yeah, that really struck me.
And can you tell me a little bit about your family background and the reasons why your family is here and what impelled them to come to this country in the first place?
My dad used to work in the fields, so we lived in this ranch, so the rural poverty. So he decided to come here, and then as he got a job, then he brought my mom also.
What are you studying?
Social work.
Okay. And what do you plan on doing once you graduate?
I want to help foster children.
Can you, for example, if the DREAM Act was to be passed today, or any type of immigration law were to pass today, how will that help you in your career and in your life? Can you just detail about that?
That would benefit me because I wouldn't have to worry about paying for school that much. Struggling if I'm able to come the other semester, or now that I'm going to start a quarter system. And also just have a better life, the American life.
If you were to be deported, let's say, I don't know, tomorrow or something like that, what do you think, how do you think you'd feel being back in Mexico? What kind of do you think you'd be able to adapt, or how at home would you feel?
I would be able to adapt because, you know, well, that is my culture. I guess I'll try to have a career over there also and hopefully come back legalized.
Can you tell me a little bit about, do you feel, what it feels like to be undocumented? Is there like a fear of shame or fear that you have to live with every day? And for, especially for people that don't know what it's like, that might think it's like an abstract concept, can you explain to them what, you know, if there is fear or there is shame they have to carry with our every day? Can you just tell me about that?
I'm not fearful of being undocumented, just not shameful either. It's just hard for people to like understand what it is to be undocumented, and that's why I'm advocating for undocumented students.
And so, what are you currently doing in order to better the situation, in order to get either comprehensive immigration reform passed or the DREAM Act?
Basically going out, telling a story of self, calling legislators, and just asking for an immigration reform for all of us.